Oh, wow. I got bedhead. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as last night. It was right over there, so I just grabbed it and threw it on. I hope hasn't been messed up horribly. Oh, crap. Where am I? Let's go back to my channel. Yeah, I know. This isn't the weathered wood video. That'll be up later today. I 100% promise. Basically, let's see if I can mute this quick enough. This is a follow-up, kind of, to that video I posted last night, Comicsgate and stuff. And part of that, there's a few things, actually, I wanted to. So, one thing is my sister, who watches all of my videos, and I love you, Emily, for that, or Rowanwax. I won't ever say the rest of her name, because that'll get her, I don't know. Anyways, she doesn't ever deserve to be pulled into any of this political crap, so, yeah. But, you know, the one thing I love about my family is all of us are various different political backgrounds. We all are. But we still talk to each other. Like Emily, she gave me a question, and it's a pretty dang good question. So this video is going to be basically a response to that question. I guess it's just how you define politics. Since politics are always in things we create, since art makes statements, influenced by and influencing culture. You say Comicsgate isn't about race changing, since you stated all diverse characters. So which political parts are you upset about? Okay, so one, I'm going to clarify a little bit. It's not, Comicsgate isn't about the race changing. It's the fact that we don't care about race. Marvel was headed by a black woman. It's been headed by an Asian woman. Right now it's headed by an Asian woman. And I say Asian, even though she's technically, like, they're all technically American because they've only been born, they were all born in, I think they were all born in America. I haven't cared enough to look because I don't care about, I do care about race changing. Like, I always hate it, and this is as a historian, writing someone out of their own history, which is a lot of what's happening right now with any sort of historical movie that comes out. They always have to make one of the people who wasn't black, black. Like, making Maid Marian black, or making, Robin Hood black, or making King Arthur black, or making, rewriting them as black people, or turning Superman black, or turning Spider-Man, well, at least with Miles Morales, when they made a black Spider-Man, it was a different Spider-Man. It's Miles Morales, not Peter Parker, and that I'm okay with. I'm 100% okay with that, because it's a different person, a different character. I don't like taking someone who already is. It's like what, and this is like, just imagine if we were to take Martin Luther King and have a white actor portray him. That'd be racist, wouldn't it? So why is it not racist to have a black actor portray a white person? It's still racist. It's still racism. And that's my problem. It's still racism. There's no such thing as reverse racism. Reverse racism means you're not racist. Reverse racism was coined by racist people to try and give a different turn to racism so it wouldn't feel so bad. But it's still racism. What I'm upset about with the comic book community the most is how they treat us anymore. So yeah, they switched characters and stuff. But if we ask them a question or anything like that, or if we say, hey, why are you talking about this crap when I just wanted a story? Because politics isn't in everything, in my opinion, and yeah, everything. It's like, because politics actually is a different thing, in my opinion. It very is. I can talk with people on and on and on about art and about other stuff, and politics has nothing to do with it. I can talk to people about Ann Bishop books and have a lot of fun. And there's no politics. I'm not talking politics with them. I can talk about the rules in GW. No politics. Politics is when you start talking about PETA wanting to do this, or about people. Politics is what politicians do. Culture isn't everything, yeah, but politics is what is like laws, and it's policy. That's what politics comes from, is policy. It's the policy. And I'm upset the most about Marvel and DC. And yeah, you can hear the washing machine behind me, because I decided to do this while I'm still thinking about it, not do it with when I'm not thinking about it, or when I can formulate my thoughts better. I decided to do it while I'm still thinking about it, because the whole point is to have a dialogue and to change your mind and to think. That's the whole point in this to me. And politics are opinions. They're not facts. They're opinions. And I'm tired of people acting like they are facts. That they are written in stone. That politics is written in stone. It's not. The fact that you can get a law changed means it's not written in stone. The fact that, slavery was overturned more than 100 years ago at this point. Yeah, more than 100 years ago, slavery was overturned. Now, the Jim Crow laws and segregation have lasted until, I think, the 60s, if not the 70s. Heck, there's still some segregation, truth be told, and it's black enforced and it's white enforced. Racism is still a part of America, and a lot of that is because we refuse to let it go. I have to admit, I'm fighting really hard right now, because I've noticed I've started thinking racist thoughts. When something happens or someone says something, it's a black person, and I'm like, I shouldn't think that. I get really upset when that ever pops into my head. Like, Black Lives Matter has really started turning me racist. Like, I got attacked by a BLM group up at the school when I was nearby shopping. I got attacked by them. And it really changed my opinion. And it makes me sick, because Isaac, my cousin, he's African American or black or whatever you want to call him. And I love him. He grew. His mom was single at the time when he had him, and so my dad and mom helped take care of him for a while, because he was getting into some bad crowds, and we lived in the middle of nowhere, and so we picked him up for a little while, and I remember playing with him, and I remember using him as a jungle gym, and and I loved him. I've had black friends. Heck, I have, I come from the Detroit area. It's where I was born. I wasn't really raised there, because I lived down south in Arkansas. I lived in California. I've lived just about everywhere in the U.S. Even after moving to Idaho, I moved around again after that. But I don't like how they're treating us. I could take 10 seconds on Twitter. I'm not following any of them, because I probably should if I'm going to start becoming more political and start pointing it out, but I don't like it. It leaves an ugly, ucky feeling in me, and I don't like that. I don't like that whatsoever. Or heck, the fact that the Captain Marvel movie, the actress Brie Larson, every single time I see her talking or I look at one of her interviews, she's saying how white men are so horrible, and that how her movie's not for white men, and how the director just said, yeah, my movie's not for white men, and all this. And they're just beating us. Like, we're the ones who made Marvel. Hey, a good chunk of America is white men. And you're saying that we're horrible, disgusting people? Women outnumber us. Don't you think some of the problems in the world are caused by them? Nope. All of it is caused by white men. White women are actually the majority in America right now. Why don't we attack them? Oh, because that'd be sexist. And I 100% agree. It would be. Just like when we attack men, it's sexist. Or when we attack white men, it's sexist and racist. When we attack black men, it's sexist and racist. And so to have the comic book community repeatedly tell me that I am a horrible person, or to write an entire story about how, yes, I know, phone, and to write an entire story about how white people are the only danger in the world. It's, just, or how women, or Mary Sue's everywhere. Whenever you point out, like, that a character is a Mary Sue, or like, hey, why doesn't this character, actually be like, Squirrel Girl is a disgusting joke anymore. Like, yeah, okay, she was originally a fun joke character. She was the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Through sheer luck, defeated the undefeatable. And it was hilarious. And then these people who have never created anything in their lives, these SJW NPCs, which are not leftist liberals, they're the far crazies, have decided that they don't know how to create, they're too dumb to create, have decided to take over and destroy what we have. They're attacking everything right now. That's why it's like, screw Comicsgate, AnimeGate, it's the nerd wars. Right now we're in the middle of a nerd wars of keeping our things ours. When you come in, Sisters of Battle were my first GW army, or Games Workshop Warhammer 40k army. And they are awesome. And to have some idiot nobody come in and tell me that they're overly sexualized. Hello, have you even looked at the codex? The art in it? If you're getting hot and heavy to that, there's something wrong with you. But then again, I personally have never had a thing for, nuns. I don't understand that. Maybe it's because I didn't go to a Catholic school or whatever. But then these are battle nuns. These are, a lot of the times, older women, because they survive this, and that's awesome. And they have scars, and they have, and I always found that awesome. And their armor, I would not call their armor sexualized. Especially when you look at 40k stuff. Their armor's, it's sci-fi armor. You look at, what they draw. That's sexualized compared to Sisters of Battle. Oh no, some of them are naked. Well, yeah, those are the Repenches, and there's a reason. They want to die. So they don't wear armor. So that way they can get killed after taking down the enemy. All these people saying stuff don't know anything about the lore of the game. They're just saying it because they looked in and they're like, oh, we need to change your hobby, knowing nothing about it. Because, your hobby is sexist. Because we don't know it. And we never were in it. That's what they're doing. They're doing it to Star Wars. They're doing it to Star Trek. They're doing it to, tabletop game. The only reason that it's not as prevalent in tabletop games is because you do have choice. In tabletop games, you got more choice because someone like me can go out and make a new tabletop game. And for a long time, Warhammer was starting to go down the trail of becoming a crap game. I was getting ready to leave. Well, people were leaving in droves. And then they got, get woke, go broke. And thankfully, before they finished going broke, this new CEO got a head on his shoulders and started pulling it back to what it used to be. And giving us new things, but bringing us back to the core of what Warhammer 40k was, and that is the law of awesome. If something is cool, and you add it with something that's cool, and it becomes awesome, that's great. Like, I don't even really mind the new... Like, I like the new Ultramarines because they're the old pre-Wardian Ultramarines. And those of you who don't know about Matt Ward, I'm going to do a video on him because he deserves his own topic because he's scum. So I'm up in arms because I don't like this new direction that they're pushing us in. And these same people that say that we're toxic and that we're horrible, they're the ones that are doing swatting, which is attempted murder. They're the ones who are giving us death threats. I'm not going to mention her name or my relation to her, but I know this woman who wrote on Facebook her story, and unless I get permission from her, I'm not going to do anything more of that. But she wrote her story about how she struggled with miscarriages and had a hard time and finally was able to get a child and stuff, but she had to struggle through all this and the fact that she may not be able to have kids anymore because of because of health problems and stuff. And then to find out that in Virginia infanticide is legal now. She asked why. Why don't we promote adoption like we used to? If you don't want to have a child, why kill it? And she was sent with death threats. She was sent with people saying we're going to find you and we're going to kill your kids in front of you. She was sent with, and I've seen these letters. I'd share them, but they have her name on them because they call her out by name and stuff. Maybe I will see if I can get them and just redact them and show them to you. This is disgusting. These are the same people that try to, and whenever they show a death threat that we wrote, it's been proven that it's false. Oh, and then my other problem is this culture that they accumulate is the culture that pushes forward the rape narrative. And the rape narrative screws men over like me. I have survived 2 false rape claims that have destroyed me to the point that when I see a woman, I am terrified. If I see a girl out in Walmart or something, I get scared. I have to be with someone now, or I start going into panic attacks. I have to be with someone I trust. It's really, really hard for me to go through Walmart and just shop anymore because I'm terrified of women. Because I'm terrified that if I might brush against them on accident, or I might say hello, or I might even accidentally look at them, God forbid, and be thrown with a sexual harassment or rape lawsuit. Because it's already happened twice to me. It never hit a lawsuit, because as soon as it started going to court, they backed off. But I've lost I've lost friends, I've lost job, I've lost my job, I lost over this crap. And I know other people who have lost, like Vic. I stand with Vic. Reason I stand with Vic is because there's not an iota of proof. There's no proof. The stories don't match up. The stories have been proven to be false. The stories have been proven to be made up. The pictures have been proven to be photoshopped. The only thing he's guilty of is being friendly to people who ask him to be friendly. Because he's a celebrity and you want a hug from a celebrity. You want to prove that you have a point to that celebrity. And he's one of the few good celebrities that understands that we're the ones that put him in power. That we're the ones that gave him his celebrity status. That we're the ones that he's able to live a lifestyle. And so they have to destroy him. That's why I'm sick of this stuff. Because it puts forward the guilty before proven innocent. He got fired from both of his jobs with no proof. And people are saying, well, they rightfully backed away from these allegations. Like, no, you did not rightfully back away from these allegations. You dropped a man with no proof. You are innocent before proven guilty. This is the court of America, not the court of public opinion, not the court of Twitter. America should not be ruled by Twitter mobs. We are a constitutional republic, not an anarchy. I'm starting to choke up and cry because of this. It pisses me off because I've had friends destroyed by this. I've been destroyed by this. I have to live at home now because my mental stability is gone because of crap like this. I'm terrified of living by myself anymore. I'm terrified of being out in the world anymore because of crap like this. That's why I fight the culture war. And that's why I fight back, because I'm tired of being scared. I am tired of being terrified. I am tired of looking out and wondering, when is the next woman going to point her finger at me and call me a name? When is the next woman going to point her finger at me and make me lose my livelihood? And I shouldn't think that way. I should not think, when I see a woman, I should not automatically think that she's out to get me. I shouldn't think that way. But I do because of this crap. And that's why I'm fighting against it. Because this is disgusting. And the most disgusting point about it is that whenever I hear someone make a rape claim, I don't believe them. And that to me is the most disgusting point of it. Because I also have had family members who have been raped. And I automatically think now, when I hear someone say I was raped or that I was sexually harassed, I automatically think, prove it, I don't believe you. That's the world we live in now. And it's because of these SJWs and NPCs infesting our popular culture. So that way, all we see anymore when we look at comics, when we look at television, when we look at our games and our video games and our movies, we see this culture that men are evil. You have to be afraid of them, and you have to call them out, because even looking at them is sexual harassment, and even talking is sexual harassment, and accidentally touching is sexual harassment. That's why I fight. Because the culture has, the pendulum has swung too far. Yes, back in the day, there was a lot of crap back in the day. That's called history. You progressives believe that we've progressed from apes. If we've progressed from apes, then it's supposed to be better now than it was then. See, the thing about it is that we won the race war, and we won the sexist war. And it was the Republicans, by the way, that voted that in. I love you Democrats. I'm technically a blue dog Democrat. But I'm not going to lie about this. It wasn't the Democrats that passed the Civil Rights Bill. Look it up. Look at the people who voted. You can still go back and check the votes and look at the little R's and D's. Most of the Democrats voted against it. But a few voted for it. A blessed few. And those blessed few passed it, so therefore they're the new civil rights group, even though it was a Republican that wrote it, and it was a Republican majority that passed it. We won it. Now, because we won, when you win a war, there's called this time of making amends. Blacks have been segregated in America longer than they have not been. So it's going to take a little bit of time to segregate them in. Becoming violent and saying blacks first won't fix that. It'll push it back and make it take longer, which some of you idiots want because it keeps you in power. And again, that's why I fight against this. What won the civil rights movement? Was it Malcolm X with blacks first? No, it was Martin Luther King with "We're all the same. I have a dream that blacks and whites will play in the street and no one will care about race." That was Martin Luther King. He's the one that won this race war. And it's going to take a little while for some of us racist white people to understand that it's over and to start to come together. And it's going to take some of these blacks a while to understand the race war is over and to come together. It takes a while. Making it more violent just prolongs it. Women, you won the vote. Yes. You won the right to own things. You won the right to do things. You have you have all your freedoms. Women, the pay gap has already been proven to be false. Tons of people smarter than me have shown the math on it. Look it up. It'll take you 10 seconds to prove it wrong. It is illegal for someone to pay you less than a man. It is illegal. So point it out where it happens and they'll go to jail. You won. But it's going to take a little while to integrate. Catcalling isn't that bad. I got catcalled. I felt awesome. There's so many jokes right now on the internet. It's a wonderful meme right now. And the reason why it's such a hard-hitting meme is because it's true. Woman. Oh, his butt looks great. Woman. Oh, man, he's so sexy. Woman. Oh, I love Chris Hemsworth. Man. Hey, look, she's kind of cute. Woman. You're cheating on me. That's true right now. We're horrible sexist people for being people, but women are okay doing it. This is why I fight the culture war right now. I'm just going to keep ranting from here on out. So I'm going to go finish doing that video that I promised you was going to come out. And I'm just going to stop here. Half an hour is a long enough rant. I love you all. I'm going to have more fun videos coming back out again because I prefer to be a fun channel. But I am sick and tired of sitting on the sidelines looking at other people fighting the fight and going, yeah, fight the good fight because I'm too terrified to do it. And the only way I can stop being terrified to do it is to get up and do it. So I'm going to fight for the America that I want to see with my opinions. Go ahead, debate me. My internet sucks, so live streaming a debate will not work. But go ahead, debate me. Make a response video. Do it. Because I can look at it, and then I can look at my opinion, and I can change my opinion. Because that's what this is opinions. It's a war of opinions. The nerd war is a war of opinions, not a war of facts. Because facts don't care about your feelings, and they don't like facts. So, attack my opinions, and I'll turn around and I'll look at it. And if I'm wrong, I'll change. Because that's what a debate is. And that's the America I want to see. I love you all. I hope this answers your question. I apologize for yelling.